Hello, my name is Samuel Diamont, and today we'll be talking to you about Google. Google is now a staple of what we think of with a successful American company. You can see this in the fact that Googling is now a coined term to search for things on the internet. Founded on September 4th, 1998 by Larry Page and Sergey Brin, they have grown into a huge multinational technology company specializing in different internet-related type services and products. They have developed a whole new way to advertise online, search all depths of the internet, use cloud computing, create different softwares, and many other areas. Their current headquarters are located in Mountain View, California under the name Googleplex. The corporation has an estimated 1 million servers or more in data centers around the world and processes over 1 billion search requests a day. Their goal is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Google is the most searched website on the internet, and in today's day, where we use the internet daily, it's an impressive task. Google has achieved greatness in many forms, and while their technology may be impressive, the way they handle their human resources is something to brag about. It's no surprise that Google has topped the list of Fortune 100's best companies to work for. Now we'll go over the 7 secrets that keep them at the top of the list. Number 1 is thorough hiring process for the brightest and the best. Google receives over 1 million resumes each year, with less than 0.5% of all applicants actually being hired. We'll be talking a little bit more about this later. Number 2 is making HR into a science. Using numbers to maximize the potential of their employees is one of the things that Google does best. They do this by strictly using data and analytics to make the most accurate people management decisions that they could make. Number 3 is casual demographic atmosphere. Afternoon volleyball breaks are just one of many assets of Google's great corporate culture. Google is what one would call a flat company, with smaller number of middle managers and upper management that is too hands-on to be categorized as separate authority figures. This lack of top-down hierarchy cultivates a more open atmosphere for employees to voice their opinions and new ideas in various ways. Number 4 is clear mission and values. Why you do what you do. At the company's infancy, Google's founders wrote 10 things we know to be true that would serve as the grounding values for their future. The list includes basic tenets like it's best do one thing really, really well and fast is better than slow that have all shaped the core of its company culture, providing principles that Googlers can rally around as a compass for day-to-day behavior. It's pretty much in Google's DNA to experiment. Innovation is in their blood. Number 5 is practicing transparency and open door environment. Bach uses the phrase default to open to describe one of the components that constitute Google's great office culture. Sharing information through weekly meeting called TGIF establishes transparency in the office, creating an environment where everything is up for debate. Founders Larry and Sergey host the event where employees from around the world are encouraged to ask, then vote online on questions they most want answered. Number 6 is employee recognition for small and big contributions. Google recognizes that appreciation is the best way to reward employees for their contributions. Recognition, like the Founders Award, provide incentives for employees to do the best work they can do. The rewards from which, paid in the form of Google stock units that vest over time, are pretty enticing. Number 7 is organizational culture boosted by community engagement outside of work. Commitment to community is one of the leading indicators of a great corporate culture. Google has contributed $2 billion to the Berkeley County Data Center facility as a long-term investment, along with close to $1 million for charitable causes in South Carolina. Events like Google Fest provide opportunities for employees to become involved in community building and training. Participation in such events adds another social dimension for the employees, strengthening relationships and paving way for a more enjoyable work environment. Next, we will be talking about recruitment practices.
Recruitment practices. Sources. Google Human Resource Management uses a mixture of internal and external recruitment sources to maintain the adequacy of its human resources. The company uses promotions, transfers, and trainings interns as the main internal recruitment sources for HR needs. On the other hand, the external recruitment sources at Google include educational institutions and respondents to job advertisements. Most of these ads are available through the career section of Google's website. Through these recruitment sources, the company facilitates a continuous influx of qualified workers while matching these employees' capability with human resource needs. Methods. Considering the combination of internal and external recruitment sources, Google uses indirect methods and direct methods of recruitment. The indirect methods are most significant to the company. These indirect methods include advertisement on the company's website. However, Google's human resource management also uses direct methods in the form of contacts with potential interns and future employees through the academic institutions. This combination of direct and indirect recruitment methods is aligned with the mixture of internal and external recruitment sources to satisfy Google's human resource requirements. Selection process. The most significant criteria used at Google's human resource management for the selection of applicants are smartness, creativity, drive for excellence, and alignment with the organization. The company does not use work experience as a major criterion for selection. These criteria are based on the firm's goal of maximizing innovation to support its broad differentiation strategy. There are different processes used to the selection of applicants at Google. However, in general, the company selection process involves background checks, preliminary screening, on-the-job tests, and interviews. Google's human resource management uses different procedures and steps for the various positions in the organization. For instance, on-the-job tests are generally used for positions that are more frequently filled through absorption of interns and trainees. Next, we will talk about team-based culture and practice.
Team-based culture and practices are often overlooked in the business environment. When looking into Google, it was discovered that they have a unique organizational structure when it comes to team-based culture and practices. While Google employees don't actually operate in set teams day to day, they are encouraged to open up and share ideas and suggestions freely. The entire culture and structure of the organization is set up so that even the smallest of voices can be heard. The company allows involvement of employees from differing departments to work together if they have an idea or an opinion. According to a 2016 article entitled, "Does Team Culture Matter? Roles of Team Culture and Collective Regulatory Focus in Team Task and Creative Performance," published in the Group and Organizational Management Journal, team culture is one of the most important aspects of overall team performance. Team culture even ranked as more important to success than leadership and task characteristics. This study found that teams that reflected and discussed internal process and human relations performed better. Additionally, open team culture was linked to overall team creativeness. Google has indeed included team-based interaction into their everyday business practice. Their open team culture and support of innovation through collaboration clearly prove that Google understands the benefits behind team-based culture and practice on an organizational level. And now we'll talk about employee wellness initiatives.
Hello, my name is Jose, and I'll be talking about Google's employee wellness initiatives. Google has been very successful in implementing their employee wellness initiatives. Google places an emphasis on healthy living by encouraging the consumption of healthy food, exercising, and implementing other measures. Google freely provides healthy food to their employees, hides unhealthy food in plain sight, and actively creates labels to show how healthy foods are. Google emphasizes the exercising by installing fitness equipment in their bases and by subsidizing outside gym memberships. Google has also implemented standing desks to aid the injured and help promote healthy employees as they go about their workdays. The main problems I see with Google is the fact that they pay high costs when they buy the equipment as well as to maintain the equipment. And another problem is that they have underutilized equipment that is just sitting in shelves. Today we have talked about Google's organizational culture, their recruitment practices, their team-based culture and practices, and employee health initiatives. Thank you for your time and have a nice day.